earlier on in your career, in supporting and helping with this crisis, that you were helping people declutter their homes. Is that correct?
Yes, I was. And I initially started looking at the fact that the places where we live should be about living and not about storage. And I saw so many people who struggled with getting their space how they wanted it and maintaining it. And I saw it specifically coming up with people that had longer term health challenges. And so at one point, their house maybe didn't look that way, but they could no longer actually deal with it. And so there was a lot of shame around the fact that they had allowed their house to get to this point. And and so I started to get calls from people who were like, hey, I have an issue with my house. And that's kind of how this thing started, was people were calling me about their homes. But as I worked on that for about 3 years, and I did have a lot of very grateful people, they would hug me, they would be so grateful, like we had worked through this. And it made me realize how much that human connection was part of this process. And from every other thing I had experienced, it seemed to me that we were missing that these were people, these are humans, these are people with stories and trauma, and the hoarding is actually a symptom of issues. It's not the actual problem, even though that clearly it's an issue, but that's not the actual problem.